money for homes and education. Not for war and deportation.
War and deportation.
Money for homes and education.
Money for homes and education.
Not for war and deportation.
Not for war and deportation.
All right. I'm glad we got it in the end. Welcome, everyone. This is where we are going to be facing. If people want to move this way, I understand. If not, thank y'all so much for coming out here today, joining us and protesting with us. We're here at Labor Plaza. For those of you unfamiliar, this is essentially just an area dedicated to the labor movement here in San Antonio, a special place in my heart. When I was a Starbucks union worker, we came here and rallied and celebrated our union wins, so I'm glad to be back here. I am Miss Red Scare. For those of you who don't know, I'm a socialist drag queen here in San Antonio. Thank you. So Mujeres Marcharan, a proletarian feminist grassroots coalition, has organized this event alongside Oppressed Revolutionaries for Worker Power, Autonomous Brown Berets, and About Face Veterans Against the War. And we brought you together to protest not just against Trump's accelerated fascist plans, but to protest against the investment in militarism and imperialism in San Antonio, because we won't see it. If we want to see our sexual liberation, we have to fight against imperialism. If we want to see an end to gender oppression and gender-based violence, imperialism, colonialism, and patriarchy, if we want to see an end to gender oppression and gender-based violence, the systems of imperialism, colonialism, and patriarchy have to fall. If we want to see our immigrant siblings live in peace and have the opportunity to stay in their countries, we must fight against capitalism and imperialism. We have to fight against these war profiteers disguised as politicians, because their focus isn't guaranteeing the needs, our basic needs of the people. Their focus is on power, their expansion of power, the expansion of exploitation, and we can't stand for that. Their only focus is to expand white supremacy and patriarchy, and that expansion is built on the exploitation and occupation of our people here in San Antonio, in Los Angeles, all of Turtle Island, and across the globe. We have generational debt, dispossession, and trauma because our lives are spent scrambling to survive. We can't even have sex comfortably without fear. We live in a patriarchal society, so we fear the people we're intimate with. We live in a patriarchal, we have no sexual education, so we fear compromising our sexual health. And we fear pregnancy because we have no autonomy, and we sure as hell don't have any child care. We pay for housing we can barely afford, food we can't afford, we pay for utilities that we can't afford, healthcare and education that we can't afford, and we're taxed at every turn. And where does this money go? It doesn't go to our public schools, it doesn't go to our public housing, our public transit, or our electric grid. Instead, our public money is misused by national and state and city officials to fund deportations, genocides, and blockades. Shame. We're lied to about the so-called democracy we live in, and we're lied to about why the military exists. Bombing children, raping women, stealing resources, starving people, and hosting political coups has nothing to do with preserving democracy, and it has everything to do with preserving power through suppression. War always comes back home, and every horrific action done across the ocean and across these fake borders will be done to us, and it has been done to us historically. And we say, enough! Take advantage of these circumstances and get organized. Political unrest is high, and we live in the belly of the beast that is the imperial core, and we live in San Antonio. We're deemed military city USA, and because of that, we have to be loud in our existence as working class, anti-war, anti-imperialist people who refuse to be complicit participants in the rich man's war. As women, trans, and non-binary people of color, we're told our existence is resistance because our filtered love and expression in the eyes of the white ruling class is a threat to their way of living, and they should be scared because we are the antithesis of the very systems that uphold their privilege and their power. The Democratic Party left us for dead, for Trump and his party to squash us out, but we will fight back. When women's rights are under attack, what do? When trans rights are under attack, what do? When queer rights are under attack, what do? Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Thank y'all, everyone. We've got a few things going on today. We're gonna have a few speakers, a few special performances, and then afterwards there'll be a security briefing. So first up we have is Dahlia with autonomous brown berets speaking. I'm sorry, I'm unsure of who's next, but woo! Let's give a big round of applause to autonomous brown berets.
Hello? Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, hello? Come on. Every communist must grasp this simple truth, that political power grows behind the barrel of a gun. That's a quote taken from Now, Problems of War and Strength. In 1938. Okay, that was worse. Yeah, now it's worse. Okay. I'm just gonna scream. Do you want the microphone? Nah. Okay. Go hard. Now we're all here today because of one universal truth. That U.S. American imperialism is the enemy of all oppressed people throughout the entire world. Yeah. The ruling class believes it to be a spectacle of their victory today from LA to D.C. As they march out with parades of soldiers, shields, tanks, weapons, signs, strike fear across the and then committing a hate what does a revolutionary look like? Is it politicians, policy, podiums and pros? A revolution looks like a woman holding a gun. Today I'm here to share with you 3 revolutionary mujeres in history who spit in the face of U.S. imperialism and have been lost in the pages of history, often overshadowed by men who achieved far less. First mujer I want to share with you today is named Layla Khaled. Say her name! She was a member of the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, and she successfully hijacked 2 commercial airplanes and was the first woman in history to ever do so. Their goal? It wasn't to harm the passengers. She provided food to them. She gave them water. She gave them emergency medicine for a child that needed it in the cockpit. Her goal, like many people before her and many people after her, was to bring attention to the world, the oppression of Palestine by the colonial settler class, the state of Israel, which got bombed last night in Tel Aviv. A quote from her says, "My actions were my contribution to my people, to the struggle. We did not hurt anyone. We declared to the whole world that we are a people living through an injustice and that the world has to help us achieve our goal." She's still alive today and still advocates for armed resistance in the Palestinian resistance. Another quote from her in 2014, "I am okay with using all means of resistance. We cannot say that nonviolent resistance alone will achieve our rights. We are facing an apartheid state, Zionism as a movement, the Americans, boo, and in general, the West, which supports Israel. When the balance of forces change, then we can start thinking about negotiating." To me, she's a fucking feminist icon and a symbol for Palestinian resistance. We hope that we can keep her conviction and her bravery moving forward to the revolution in two ways: food and accompaniment. And this proves that even the most revolutionary movements in history have been stained by the filth of the patriarchy. As Pedro Herrera, she led a brigade of 200 men as captain in the Mexican Revolution. When she was found out to be a woman, Pinchi Pedro Pancho Villa did not want to acknowledge her strength and her power and had her removed from his military forces. What do you think that stopped her? You think that stopped the revolutionary? Fuck no! What did she do? She created a brigade of all-armed mujeres soldiers known as the soldaderas. Their specialty was blowing up bridges. And because of that specialty, they were able to seize the city of Torreon during the Mexican Revolution. At that time, she was the captain of a brigade of all women soldiers of 1,000 at the time. Now, I could not find a lot of information on her. She's been lost to the pages of history. But we remember her today. Why? Because she was a rebel within a rebellion. Which reminds us we need to contact patriarchy in any way possible as we continue in the struggle. Everyone say her name! The last mujer I want to talk to you about today is Baltimore. Say her name! Baltimore served in the Viet Cong and fought against the U.S. military during the Vietnam War. From the age of 13, she helped them construct underground tunnels that the communists used as barracks and as communication centers. By the time she was in her early 20s, she was second in command of the C3 Brigade, which was considered one of the best in the time at the Viet Cong Army. By that time, she was riding motorcycles in American territory. She helped assassinate top political officials, and she single-handedly took out 2 American M38 tanks using landmines that she constructed from American weapons. She even fired her fucking chones because she lost her pants somewhere in the battle. Men at first, who refused to acknowledge her because she was a woman, would obey her with blind loyalty once they saw her bravery and her strategy. She's alive today and ended up getting married and having a family after the war. A quote from 2015 that she said in an interview. There was a saying in the camp that said women were so useless that we couldn't even piss above the grass. So one day, a group of us climbed to the top of a tree and started to piss from up there. We told the men, see, we can piss above the grass just like you, and we can fight like you too. We wish all fighter rebel bitches a long, loving future with a family and a legacy unmatched by any man who dares to challenge her. Say her name! Baltimore! Now, none of these women came from riches, from reputation, from nepotism. They made that power themselves, as Mao says, behind the barrel of a gun. You see, it's the benefit of the politicians, the billionaires, Trump, for us to forget, to be scared, to hold our pearls, to shy away from what the phrase, by any means necessary means. Because they want us to not resist. But guess what? Poverty is violence. Yes. Homophobia is violence. Right. Transphobia is violence. Homelessness is violence. And today, while they roll out their tanks, they parade their soldiers around and their impressive military equipment. Today, we remember the woman who burnt them all to the fucking ground. And viva la mujer! Viva feminista! ¡De la future! Thank you!
No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump. Thank you for going through us with this. a little bit more on Mujeres Marcharan as a coalition. Like I said before, we're an anti-imperialist grassroots coalition, and we stand staunchly in our stance of not working with cops, not working with any form of police, not supporting the military. There's no war but class war, so you also won't hear me condemning any form of resistance. Our next speaker speaking on immigration, we have Larissa, also a part of the Mujeres Marcharan coalition.
Over 300 people have been detained by ICE in San Antonio since the raid began. These are members of our community. These individuals have people who care about them. The people that have been kidnapped by ICE are mothers, fathers, neighbors, workers, and even children. No one deserves to be treated like they're a criminal for being born in another country. It is vital for us to remember that immigration is a human right. We have all seen protests happening around the country, especially in California. Fighting against our oppressors is mandatory to achieve true freedom and liberation. The people's violence against oppression is always justified. We don't take into account how much brutality we face by our capitalist system. The privatization of our necessities such as housing, healthcare, utilities, education, etc. are deeply inhumane. This violence on our people is not new. The deep-rooted white supremacist values this country was built on are still running rampant today. From the Texas Rangers terrorizing the indigenous people to today's Border Patrol and ICE agents raiding homes, schools, school graduations, and workplaces. Make no mistake, America has always been fascist for oppressed people. The only way to defeat fascism is through a communist revolution. Communist governments have lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty, liberating the people from capitalist oppressors' chains. Through the democratic control of the government and private property by the working class, not the current capitalist ruling class. We can create a society that uplifts our people by providing our housing, healthcare, education, and guaranteed dignified jobs for all, while permanently delivering full rights to all oppressed people, which capitalism refuses to do. No one is illegal on stolen land. We all deserve to live a dignified life free from oppression. Thank you.
Thank you so much. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! By the time you leave, you will know how to do that, Chants. And then I think we have just one more speaker speaking. We have Rachel, also a Mujeres Marcharan member.
Hi everybody, how we doing? Hold on, I need to get my notes.
We're tired of fascists.
That's right. How tired are you?
Fucking tired.
I can't hear you. How tired are you?
Fucking tired!
That's right. My name is Rachel Tucker. I'm a daughter of immigrants and an organizer with About-Face Veterans Against the War, Oppressed Revolutionists for Worker Power, and Mujeres Marcharan. Thank you. Today, June 14th, is already a day that patriots celebrate. It's Flag Day, and it's the Army's birthday. But this year, on top of all of that, Trump decided to use over 45 million of our tax dollars to parade troops like his personal GI Joes for his birthday. This includes 18 miles of anti-scalable fencing, tanks, airplanes, and other military equipment, hundreds of veterans, and thousands of soldiers. In DC yesterday, 100 from across generations occupied the Capitol steps to demand money for people and not parades. About-face comrades using their veteran privilege to say benefits and not bullshit. And to highlight the gross abuse of power by Trump. 60 of them were arrested after breaching a police line of bike racks and rushing towards the Capitol steps for a sit-in. Our friend reported being stuffed into a crowded tiny paddy wagon, locked up in it with all the other 40 without air for 40 minutes. Then 6 hours in a hot warehouse with no water. This is how they treat veterans. Imagine how they treat immigrants that are being raided right now. They have now since been released. They're safe. Yeah, give it up for them. I signed my life away to the military for 8 years at age 17. And no, there's nothing to be proud about it. I thought it was a force for good and learned the hard way that it was the opposite. I was a Morse operator and a Spanish linguist and saw the intelligence capabilities that this country has that were confirmed by Edward Snowden and Chelsea Manning that the U.S. uses on its own people. Here in San Antonio and in poor communities of color, our youth are preyed upon through economic conscription to pay for school, healthcare, and get a step out of poverty. Many of them are chewed up, spit out, and disposed of after their use is done for the military. Abbott actually just added another command to San Antonio. Now we'll host Cybersecurity Command, further militarizing our city and funneling our youth into military-industrial complex jobs to continue being used as pawns for empire and the rich. We say basta! Today in the streets of LA, the military has been federalized by this regime. Marines have been deployed. In Texas, a state led by fascists, Abbott sent the National Guard to progressive cities as a way to instill fear as we exercise our First Amendment rights of speech and assembly. This military is made up of working class people. We demand they lay down their arms and refuse illegal and immoral orders. You have the right to refuse such orders. Get off our streets. Today in the streets of LA, the military, oh, I already read that, sorry. The national and the local, the majority of our tax dollars go to pay for the means of violence, police and military. Police do what the military do abroad at home. Neither institution protects people nor democracy. Get that straight. They do the opposite. They both protect exploiters of land, labor, and resources. Both are pawns of the elite. $1 trillion went to the DOD this year. Meanwhile, they want to cut Medicaid, veteran care, food stamps, and continue to disappear the little safety nets that we have left. Oh. While billions go to continue a genocide in Palestine, and now to go to a fucking war with Iran. To continue the slaughter of innocent people. My whole adult life, we have been at war. We have to make this shit stop. Right? Locally, we are fighting the same misuse and purposeful mismanagement of our money. Here, unelected city and county staff have plans for our tax dollars. They want it for luxury entertainment projects like Project Marble, with a new Spurs arena, which is located across an old Spurs arena, while they tell us that there is no money for social housing or anything the people actually need. That's right. The Democrats watch and tell us to go harder and wait till the next election cycle. Well, you know what? Voting is a right I exercise, but so is organizing in the streets, because we do not live in our democracy. It wasn't when this country was founded for people who look like me or my black brothers and sisters, and it sure still ain't. When we have military on our streets, mass surveillance, and people disappearing, we don't live in a democracy. When women and people don't have the right to an abortion or bodily autonomy, we don't live in a democracy. When immigrants who are hardest working, most diverse, most dedicated people are used, exploited, then stripped from their families to appease xenophobic whims, we do not live in a democracy. And when our queer, trans siblings are being attacked for being themselves, we don't live in a democracy. And when the majority of our money goes to war and not to meet the needs of the people and the planet, we absolutely do not live in a democracy. There is no democracy to protect. It has to all be uprooted. Yeah. When we are being tested as we speak. How will we organize? What will we do? How will we get along? Will we just let this happen, or will we stand the fuck up? We're choosing the latter. We have learned that the U.S. flag stands for colonization, genocide, white supremacy, and endless wars of imperialism. We have learned that countries or even organizations that work with imperialist forces are used, disposed of, and betrayed. As you cannot trust the United States, many have learned this lesson, and it is our job to ensure we, in the belly of the beast, don't fall for the same traps, making deals with police and politicians thinking that they have our best interests in mind. No! The people will save the people. Let me hear you. The people will save the people. The people will save the people. The people will save the people. That's right. We are here to demonstrate that the united people is the only way to defeat the encroachment of fascism. We can and must collaborate and come together around points of unity. We have a giant responsibility to end imperialism. This would bring peace to the world and would bring liberation to ourselves. We take our inspiration, courage, and wisdom from the global south that has been fighting for their liberation against colonialism, imperialism, and even fascism for the last 500 years. We uplift and follow the steps of the Black liberation movement, from Palestinians and all of the Middle East continuing to fight back, and from the Cubans defending their 60-plus year revolution, and from the collective power that we know exists. Even though there's distance, we have solidarity, internationalism, and love. Together, we can create the world we need and deserve, and together we will. Venceremos! Free Palestine!
Everyone give it up for Rachel again. Okay. And next up we have a special performance by some people that I will allow to introduce themselves. Give it up. Clap.
Hey, what's up? What's good? I'm your papito chulo. I'm your Southwest papi. Chapito, alright! What's good? I'm here. I'm queer. And we're here to stand for liberation. We are here to stand for our people, for our pueblo. We need public funding for us, not for just vices, not just to fucking flex our power. And that is why I'm here today. And that is why I'm going to perform. I'm going to perform for all of those who can't. Thank you. And I wanted to introduce my drag dad. Where is he? I just wanted to thank him too for everything. You know, he's been guiding me. Here he is! Hell yeah! I'm gonna let Chapito perform. Oh wait, hold up y'all. I lied. Chapito needs a second.
we weren't prepared. So Chapito's got a lot of energy. Y'all can tell. Mijo's young. Mijo's vibrant. He's ready. Are y'all ready? Woo! Give Chapito some energy back. Give him some energy back. Woo! Because I'm a viejo, okay? So that was all my energy I had for the day. So I really need y'all to keep it loud for Chapito. This is only their second performance. I don't know if any of y'all have ever walked around town with a packer in your pants and yeeted the teat for a day in public. It is a terrifying experience in this world that we live in the climate that we live in. And it is hard for me as a parent to have to raise my son in an environment where he has to hide himself. He has to fear when we walk down the street to come and perform peacefully, pleasantly. We're fucking clowns, y'all. So please, be kind. Be loving, be thoughtful of the people standing next to you and the people across the street who aren't with us. We don't know their stories, we don't know their hurt. So when we say love is love and we should love everyone, that even goes to the hateful folks across the street. We are here in peace, but I'm gonna let Chapo get rowdy for y'all now.
All my people care, in this all remain. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We made us our shoes, we trod soft on the land, but the immigrant built roads on our blood and sand. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, ensure to stay hydrated. At the front of the march, we're basically peacekeepers. Please, you can start forming up right now. We're going to be forming up over here on this sidewalk. And then y'all, once I'm done, you can start going in the middle of them. All children, seniors, and people who don't have a fast pace, we need you up front. You're going to set our pace. We're going to go into the Riverwalk for a banner drop. And we'll fasten all of the purple ribbons. Raise up your purple ribbons, y'all. Raise them up. Okay, we're going to fasten these by the banner. This means that we stand for anti-imperialist feminism. Then we will come back up to street level for a short march. We will end up at the same place here at Labor Plaza. If you want to go down into the Riverwalk, it's okay. It's all consent-based. Stay up here and go with Rachel M. Over here. All right. If you're ready to go down, follow. Over here where Gage is at, let's line up right here between Gage and Dahlia.
Retreat! Get the military off our streets! Trump! No KKK, no fascist USA! No Trump! No KKK, no fascist USA! No Trump! No KKK, no fascist USA! No Trump! No KKK, no fascist USA! Woo! No KKK, no fascist USA! No Trump! No KKK, no fascist USA! No Trump! No KKK, no fascist USA! No Trump! No KKK, The people united will never be divided. 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 United will never be divided. Pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El 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 pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Over here, we've got snacks, we got water in case y'all are getting heated. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, y'all. And the rest of y'all at Travis Park at 5. Thank you so much for being here. Woo! We love you, stay safe. Woo!
Like to keep track of who we're talking to, but you don't have to share your last name if you don't want to. All right, and then I'm gonna clip this to you. Do you have a pocket, a pants pocket?
I don't. You can
Okay,
clip it
that's
on
okay.
here,
Here, yeah. I'll clip it on this.
Okay.
And then here, you can hold this with your hand back here or something if you want.
All right.
Okay, cool. And then you'll just look at me the whole time. Okay. Try to keep it just a little low so it doesn't like roll over. Okay. And then just looking at me, can you say your first name? It doesn't have to be anything.
My name's Chelsea.
Okay. And then tell me, why are you holding the flag upside down? What does that symbolize?
So the flag upside down symbolizes that the country is in distress. And right now, with a lot of the deportations happening, the broad daylight kidnappings, in regards to the fact that our president, Donald Trump, said, yes, we want mass deportations, and they're just attacking anybody. They're not even looking at who has criminal backgrounds, anything like that. So it's that they're attacking innocent people, and that's not right. And it's a part of our Constitution where our 4th and 5th Amendment state that we deserve the right to due process, and we deserve the right to a trial. And that's why the flag is upside down, because the country's in distress, the Constitution is not being upheld, and it's a big issue.
What do you want to change?
I think what I want to change, it probably would start with the immigration process, because although a lot of people like to use the argument that, well, why don't people do things the legal way? Sure, but also the immigration process is so outdated. It's very hard, it's very expensive. Not a lot of people can afford that. And that's a big issue as well. So I would start with the immigration reform process, because that's where it starts. If that's the issue with everyone, that people are here illegally, no one is illegal on stolen land. So I would start with the immigration process.
Anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Chelsea. That was perfect.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. You're welcome. Put this for me. I'll take this, and we'll be around talking to people. Thank you.
Be safe.
Hi. We're with KSAT 12, the affiliate. Would any of y'all want to talk, especially bringing kids out to something like this, sporting?
I will.
Okay, awesome, sweet. I'll clip this to you if that's okay.
Okay, is this for a
cool.
video or is
Yeah,
it just
it's for a video. I'm with him. It's not live. It's like pre-recorded. So like, if you need to start over or anything like that, you can.
No thanks.
Okay. You want to do it off camera?
I mean, I don't mind like giving a statement kind of, but I don't know if
Yeah, it
be
is
on
for
camera.
ABC. So yeah. It's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'll just clip this to you.
Okay.
Can I clip it to this?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Okay, and then you can just hold this in your hand down, or you can put it in your pocket, actually. The whole thing. You just
Okay. Oh my God.
Okay, and you'll just look at me, pretend he's not here. Do you want to
Okay.
switch sides? Okay. Can you start with just either your first and last name or just first name, whatever?
Genesis.
Okay, and can you spell?
Pronouns she, her. Genesis.
And pronouns?
She, her.
Okay, awesome.
She, her.
And
Ella.
why was it important for you to come out today?
That's a good question. I think there's a lot of things I could have been doing this morning, and I probably should have been doing. But with all of everything that happens, and it's going to be continuous, and it's going to continue to happen. For me personally, there's moments where I have to do it with friends and amongst community, right? And I get to choose that. I get to choose what that looks like. And this morning, it looked like this. So I think I have to be very intentional in the ways that I take care of myself and in the ways that sustain, right? What we're trying to do for the long run. And I hope everyone gets to choose, right? That's that's part of our freedoms of what we have. And if this is one of those that gives you capacity, show up every once in a while, you know? And if you've never tried it before, try it. Try it in places where you choose, where you feel safe, where you feel amongst community, because not everybody has that privilege. So, yeah, today this is what it looked like for me.
What was the most important message for you for today?
Besides learning, organize, like how it's so interesting to me how like organizations and people protest the ways that they do things, right? There's an art to the chant. There's an art to like, hey, this is what we have to say. We say it publicly so that others who maybe not be listening can also hear it, right? Like whatever message has to get out. Besides those little like nerd parts around me, I got a flower from someone today. I got picked up by my friend and her family, and we like got to have a day out in the sun and nature, which is a good thing. And then on the way back, there was a woman who was walking to her car,
And she was like looking to see where she could cross, and I like handed her an extra flower that I had, and she joined us. And I don't know what country she was from. I don't know what country she was from, but she was giving me her story. And she's like, I'll walk with you for a bit. Older lady. And she was giving me the story of how she's like, she asked me, does this affect any of your families? Like, everyone, right? Family, friends, community members, people I work with. Like, if it's not actually something that happened to you, it's the fear that something's going to happen to you, right? And she gave me the story of like, I just got my residency like a while ago, right? My green card like years ago after the process, all this stuff. Was able to share her story with me. She's like, I hope that more people can understand what happens when that happens. And I think that's the big message, right? Like if you don't know a story that has happened to you, find out, because there's someone who has a story that you should listen to about why this is happening to a vast majority of not just immigrants, but people that have gone through this process. And being able to share a story like that with a stranger is nice, right? So that's been some of my favorite parts about this. Long-winded, but
Were there
really.
any policies that you felt like stood out that people talked about today? Like,
I mean, not policies, nothing I haven't heard already, right? There's a specific reason they're doing it today, because our president is decided to conjoin and put things of power in with his birthday and all these sorts of things, right? Money's going into that. Yes, we know that's happening. I didn't know it was Flag Day, first of all. So we're talking about patriotism and the symbolism of that through the ways of protesting. Specific policies, I don't know if it's the policies that are affecting the way that we're trying to roll this out, right? Like I don't know if we still have the National Guard here in our city without any notice of what was happening, right? That's not a team working together, right? That's an indication of a country that's not working together. Yeah. Just calling on people. There's a reason why ICE knows the violence that it knows, right? And if we continue to support these systems, these people who are organized and are being fed by our federal dollars, like, we're not going to win. We're not going to win like that. So, yeah, there's a lot. Immigration, rights taken away, all of it.
Awesome. Thank you.